Good morning, and welcome to an all-new Eye of the Tiger. I'm Connor.
And I'm Connor.
Students who park in the senior lot do so at their own risk. But what is that risk? We go to Jake Finn with more.
Foul balls have always been a problem for the baseball team, but recently it has affected some players more than just on the field.
Just in the past week, one kid on our team got his car hit 3 times. On Thursday, he got his front window smashed, and then on Saturday, he got his back window smashed and the top of his car dented from foul balls.
Even during practice, some students have to try to find places to park, but even behind the net, some players still experience this foul problem. With posted signs saying park at your own risk, many students don't know that the risk is having your windshield smashed by a baseball.
It's not really the foul balls like out and back so much, it's the ones that like go super high and like to the right, like over first base. Because they have nets there guarding the cars, but they're just not tall enough for like the super high foul balls. And I mean, you just see the ball go up and you're like, you kind of just like listen for it. You can hear it hit the cars. And then, I mean, usually when it does, with how high they are and it hits your car, your windshield or like the top of your car is dented pretty bad.
Some players have found themselves moving their cars after school after the parking lot has started to clear out.
Usually in like the staff lot by the football field, that's where I usually move my car, or like behind the home plate. There's a couple spots open, but that's where most people go.
The baseball team practices batting during fourth period too. So if you park there during the school day, be aware of foul balls.
The cancellation fee for an AP test is $40, and the deadline to cancel is Tuesday, March 15th at 4 p.m. Now we go to Joseph Bianchini with sports.
Good morning. Welcome to this Tuesday's edition of EOTSN. I'm Joseph Bianchini. There was a ton of sports action over the weekend, and it's safe to say it was awesome. Girls softball went to Pleasant Valley High School in Chico for a tourney on Friday and Saturday. They could only get 3 games in due to weather, but they went on an absolute rampage. They beat Lowry High School 13-1. They beat Pleasant Valley 11-1, and poor Foothill High School took a 20-0 beating. Absolutely zero mercy.
Went really well. We had good defense, good offense, just overall just good plays. We were scheduled to play 5 games, and we only ended up playing 3 just because of the weather. But I was really proud of our team. We just really came together, and we only let 2 runs score all weekend, which was pretty cool.
Baseball had a duel with Heritage High School over the weekend. JV went on the road to Heritage, where freshman Kyle Pedersen threw a no-hitter. Beast. The varsity team stayed at home where they hosted Heritage. Going into the final inning, Roseville was down 2-0. They rallied in the 7th, though, tying the game at 2 apiece. The game went to extras. Then this happened. Roseville would end up with the 3-2 win thanks to a Rylan Druck walk-off base hit. This was a much-needed win for a team with a daunting schedule ahead.
Well, it started with, it kind of just built up. We were going from a losing streak off of Del Campo, lost 3-2, always by 1. I was like 2 games in a row. And then we came into the game knowing Heritage was a good team, that we're going to have a battle just like every other time. And we were battling all the way to the 7th. It was 0-2. I started it off with a base hit. They had a no-hitter. And then all of a sudden, it just broke open the gates, scored me. They had some balks, scored another player. Jet Ropke beat out a double play, kept us in the game. Went to the 8th inning, bases loaded, no outs, 1-2 count. All I had to do was put bat to ball, a little dinker, went over third baseman's head, game over. We won.
And finally, here's what we're looking at with sports for this week. On Tuesday, boys golf hosts Mid Creek, softball and baseball go to Lincoln, and boys tennis hosts River Valley. Come Wednesday, boys volleyball go to Antelope, girls lacrosse host Rio Americano, and swim go to Yuba City High School for a meet with Yuba and River Valley. On Thursday, boys lacrosse host Del Oro, and boys golf host Antelope. Baseball go to Del Oro, and Stunton have a home meet versus River Valley and Monte Vista. Come Friday, swim have the Wood Creek Invite at the Roseville Aquatic Center. Baseball and softball both host Rockland, and girls lacrosse go on the road to Bella Vista. Saturday, boys volleyball have the Placer Tourney at Del Oro High and Stunt have a tournament at Oakmont. And come Monday, golf have the Thunder Invitational in Rockland and boys volleyball host River Valley. And that's all in your home for Roseville High School sports, top plays, breakdowns, and more. Eye of the Tiger Sports Network, EOTSN. And now we go over to entertainment.
Thanks, Joseph. This last week has been quite interesting for music, with releases from the two biggest opposing sides of the music game right now. King Von's estate released his posthumous album, What It Means to Be King, with features from most of the industry. Listeners were pleased to hear G Herbo, Lil Durk, 21 Savage, Flavio Foreign, Moneybagg Yo, T Grizzly, A Boogie, and more. The sad thing about this album is that it really showed that Von had finally found his sound before he had passed, and just shows that we really lost a legend. It was quite a good album. In other news, YoungBoy and DaBaby dropped possibly one of the most disappointing projects of the year, Better Than You. While YoungBoy did his best to put DaBaby on his back with every track, they somehow still made an unbearable album. The only time YoungBoy underperformed was on the track Syracuse, where YoungBoy horribly tried to emulate Playboi Carti. On this week's Underground Radar release, we're featuring a rising star out of Detroit, Michigan. Babytron, known for his album Ben Reaper 2, featuring tracks like Half-Blood Prince and Eurostepper, released an album last Friday called Megatron. His hard-hitting punchlines, coupled with his well-sampled beats, come together to create a fun listening experience, showcasing his rapping ability. Babytron shows he's coming into 2022 ready to take over the game. With songs like Peachtree, God Tier, and Letter to Cornelius, Babytron dropped a 2022 classic with a few listens. This one definitely gets an 8 out of 10. By the way, if you'd like to have your music or an artist you really like reviewed on the broadcast, DM us at the A&E Instagram account at EOT_A&E. And now we go back to news.
Thanks, Nathan. One Roseville senior has a passion for the spotlight. We go to Zoe Light for more.
Senior and Vice President of Drama Club, Michaela Witchell, has been doing musical theater since she was 10 years old. Witchell didn't plan on continuing theater, but over time she discovered that she really enjoyed performing.
I ended up really liking it, and it was just a good activity to do for an extracurricular, and I got to meet a lot of people, and I got to sing, dance, and act, which I really liked doing.
Witchell has done many play and theater projects in the past, including her favorite, Grease, which she finished a few months ago.
I've loved Grease since I was younger, and being able to play Sandy was just like a huge opportunity, and it was just a lot of fun, and I made a lot of friends throughout it too.
Witchell enjoyed the opportunity to express her art in a unique way, and also believes that it is a solid way to connect more with people in an interesting and special way.
I think being in a story and acting and singing and everything is something that's like truly unique.
Thanks, Zoe.
That's it for us today on Eye of the Tiger.
And remember, we're always on at EyeOfTheTigerNews.com. See you next time.